I'm Paul Tiambezeleza. I'm the Vice Chancellor of USIU-Africa. I joined USIU in 2016, so I've been here 3 years and 9 months. I had been at several universities in the United States, my first one being the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where I was Director of the Center for African Studies, and taught at Penn State University, Pennsylvania State University, and then went to University of Illinois again, this time the Chicago campus, where I was chair of a department, and then I went to Loyola Marymount University in Los Angeles, where I served as dean. And then before coming here, I was vice president of academic affairs at Quinnipiac University in Connecticut. So I spent 20 years in the US, and prior to that I was in Canada for 5 years, again in both academic as well as administrative positions. USIU takes pride in being the oldest private secular university. This year we are celebrating our 50th anniversary. We're the only university in this region that enjoys dual accreditation, in Kenya of course with the Commission for University Education, and in the United States with the Western Association of Schools and Colleges, Senior Colleges University Commission. Because of that, we are also a very inclusive and diverse institution. We have students from all the 47 counties that make up Kenya, as well as from 74 different countries, from Europe, from Asia, from the Americas, and of course from Africa itself. We're a comprehensive university with 6 schools: School of Humanities and Social Sciences, our oldest, School of Business. The 2 schools offer programs at the bachelor, master's and doctoral levels. Then we have the School of Science and Technology, the School of Pharmacy and Health Sciences, and most recently we established the School of Communication, Cinematic and Creative Arts, and the School of Graduate Studies, Research and Extension. We are also proud of the fact that we have probably the best facilities of any university in the region, both physical and electronic facilities. We are proud also of the ratio of our faculty to students. It is the best in the country. We enjoy a lot of partnerships with other universities on the continent, in Asia, in Europe, and of course in North America itself, as well as in the Caribbean. And we also have partnerships with government agencies, with the private sector, both major companies, global companies, as well as national and regional companies. We also have a lot of partnerships with international and intergovernmental agencies. For example, we have projects. We are working with the World Bank, the African Development Bank. We have projects with foundations, the usual North American foundations, but also European foundations. We value as well working with community organizations. In fact, all our students have to do community service, as well as, of course, internships, because we want to prepare them in terms of employability skills, so they can either get jobs or create jobs. So the person who is going to join us as the DVC student and academic affairs will be involved in developing a new strategic plan for 2020-21 academic year to 2025-26 academic year. In the current plan, we have 5 key goals. One, of course, is to continue enhancing our academic programs, as well as intensify research productivity. We are trying to focus on 3 key areas. So first of all, of course, we are trying to ensure that we have new programs in STEM, in science, technology, engineering and math, and in that regard we are introducing new degrees, software engineering, data science and analytics, artificial intelligence and robotics, the cutting edge areas in terms of the digital economy. We are also focusing a lot, secondly, in terms of the health sciences. There is great demand for health science professionals in this region and of course even globally. We started with the pharmacy program and we're introducing a whole range of new degree programs, including medicine, nursing, the other areas of the health sciences. And then thirdly, we are focusing a lot on the creative arts. For example, the School of Communication, Cinematic and Creative Arts is new. The cinematic program has 2 degrees, film production and directing, and a degree in animation. And the animation one is the first in the region. And already our students are winning a lot of awards, having started that degree just a year ago. And we are also very focused on trying to expand into the creative arts. And here we are thinking of the performing arts, music, theatre and dance, the visual arts, photography, fashion, painting. So the first goal is really trying to introduce programs that are on the cutting edge, academically, but also in terms of market demand. The second goal is to diversify our revenue streams from grants and contracts and faculty research and other research programs, as well as, of course, marketing of institutional services, including consultancies, establishment of institutes and centers that provide an interface between the academic world, the private sector, the intergovernmental, international agencies. The most important part of that diversification of revenues is really fundraising, donations. And in that regard, we're trying to build the capacity of the university as a whole, but also the capacity for fundraising of the schools. And the third goal that we're working on is, of course, trying to ensure that we enhance our physical and electronic infrastructures or facilities. We are doing all sorts of things to get most of our operations to be seamless in terms of electronic systems. And then we are also developing an online presence. We have not had an online presence. We just established a learning directorate to help us establish an online degree, which will be starting very soon. All the preparations are done, and we're just waiting for the approval of our accrediting agencies. We are also trying to expand our physical infrastructure. This campus is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. We are recording from the library, inside the library with trees, and very bright and airy and all that. And we are at the moment involved in 3 projects. One is we started in January 2018. We are building a hospital complex, which will have both research facilities as well as an actual hospital, which will have 234 beds. This will be able to support our School of Health Sciences and, of course, provide healthcare to this part of town where we are located. And then we are also building, in fact, the largest building on campus, which will be a new School of Humanities and Social Sciences. It will be about 14,000 square meters. This will be a 5-story building with dozens of faculty offices, classrooms, labs, and other features, including, for our criminal justice program, a crime house and a forensic lab and all that stuff. For the languages, we'll have a facility for language translation. And the classrooms will be really those ones that speak to the learning practices or pedagogical practices of the 21st century. Thirdly, we have a major project right now building 1,200 beds, facility for student accommodation. It's important, of course, for all the freshmen to live on campus, as well as international students. Then the other area that we're very keen to work on in the strategic plan is, of course, to ensure that the delivery of services is really first rate, both in terms of HR processes for employees, but also services to students, who are, of course, our most important constituency. Finally, we're very keen to raise institutional reputation, and we're trying to do that, of course, through a lot of what I've already talked about in terms of research, in terms of the faculty we recruit, and of course in terms of the partnerships. Moving forward, we will be looking at what we have achieved thus far, and then see what are the areas that we need to continue focusing on in the next 5-year plan that will be developed this academic year. And of course, we are always thinking ahead beyond 5 years. Where do we want to be 50 years? And in that regard, for example, we're just about to complete a master plan of where the university will be in 50 years. I came from North America after spending 25 years. And coming to Nairobi, for me, was absolutely exciting for many, many reasons. Kenya is the regional hub of East Africa. And, in terms of connectivity, travel, everybody comes to Nairobi. Nairobi has all the key international agencies. In fact, it's the only country in the Global South with the headquarters of a UN agency, the United Nations Environment, and of course other UN agencies that operate in this region located in Nairobi at that headquarters. And you also have all the key global companies that have any presence at all in Africa. They are likely to be in Nairobi, Johannesburg, and Cairo. Nairobi is very, very active. Nobody can beat the weather in Nairobi. The weather is almost a permanent, in US terms, early fall. You know, just beautiful. And on the campus itself, what I've found absolutely delightful is the fact that it's a very diverse campus. It's a mini United Nations. You have all sorts of nationalities, races, religions, modes of dress, behaviors, cultures, you name it. So you feel that you are engaging with people that you may not even have been to their countries, but because they're in your presence, you feel this connectedness to the world at large.